Every single person has something good to offer. And so that is pollination. And it is the number 6 of the 7 essentials for a fruitful life. Let's move on to number 7. What is number 7? Number 7 is sunlight. It's sunlight. And sunlight, because with all that will make a fruit tree fruitful, it needs sunlight. It needs sunlight. So what does sunlight speak to? Sunlight is about energy and inspiration. Energy and inspiration. If there's only one thing I would leave people this year, or say start the year 2025 with, it is that you need sunlight, energy and inspiration. From somewhere, there's going to be that time when you would need energy and inspiration. So, first of all, where does it all start from? Finding your purpose. Finding your purpose. When you find your purpose, you would begin to walk in a certain way where the purpose itself brings you energy. Purpose itself can give you energy without seeking external energy. Just the purpose. Knowing that this is what I was made for. This is what I love to do. This is what I want to spend the rest of my years doing. You would go all out. You find each and every single one of us on this planet, right? We were made here. We were brought here for a specific purpose. When you find that purpose will bring you inspiration. It will bring you energy. When everybody's tired, that purpose will wake you up. The body might be asleep, but that purpose will wake you up and say, hey, we have work to do. We have work to do. So seek your purpose. There's something I love to say. Your first purpose on this earth is to seek your purpose. Your first purpose on this earth is to seek your purpose. Because when you find your purpose, that purpose will give you the inspiration you need. It will give you energy. It will ginger you. It will wake you up in the middle of the night. I know jokingly people say that they don't need alarm clocks because their poverty wakes them up. No, I mean, I understand that, but yeah, your purpose can also wake you up, right? Somebody say alarm clock. I can't afford an alarm clock. I'm too poor to have an alarm clock. My poverty wakes me up at dawn. So I'm saying that purpose can wake you up. Yeah, I don't know about the poverty guys, but I mean, purpose can wake you up at dawn and get you going. You could go to bed tired the night before, but when you find purpose would wake you up. Purpose would tap you on your shoulder and say, we've got work to do. Let's go do the work, right? And how do you find purpose? It starts with self-reflection, right? Then you go to the manual given to you by whoever created you. You will find purpose in there. So introspection, self-reflection, personal experiences, all these things. That's and I love the example one great man gave. He said, you want to find purpose, find what gets on your nerves. When you find the one thing that gets you on your nerves, it might direct you into because he says that when you find that one thing that gets on your nerves, you found that one thing that you were meant to solve. And by so doing, you would find your purpose. So find purpose. Another way you can find purpose is, what do you value? What are the things that you value? And then with value alignment, you would begin to identify your purpose in life. Purpose can also be dynamic, right? You can start in one direction and then you find yourself in another direction. As you go in, you realize that, okay, but you see, the important is that you're not sitting still. You're going, you're moving. And then as you move, things will begin to fall in place. Another thing that has to do with the sunlight of the fruitful tree or the fruitful life, the 7 essentials, the number 7, which is sunlight, is positivity. Positivity. Is the glass full or half empty? Or there's no glass at all, or you don't even want what is in a glass. Whatever your disposition is, positivity is more than a mere emotional state. Positivity is an essential. It's a transformative approach to life, and it reshapes your perceptions, your interactions, and your potential. And look at people who are very, very positive. People who are very, very positive. They are the ones who tend to make things happen. He believes it can be done when everybody else is saying no, but a person is positive enough. It tells you that you also need positivity in your life. Those who make things happen are those who believe things could happen, and they go ahead and make it happen. So positivity is an essential for a fruitful life, and it comes under the sunlight bit of our discussion. You need to cultivate positivity. And have you realized that positivity also requires intentional practice? I take it like it is nature that and you know the law of entropy, right? Things tend to deteriorate when you leave them alone. When you leave a stack of spare parts in the middle of the field, you won't come back 10 years later to find a car. You won't find the spare parts coming together to form a car. No. However, if you leave a car in the middle of a field and come back later, you come and see the car is deteriorated, these parts and rusted and all that. So I also think it's the same when it comes to cultivating positivity. If you leave it alone, I'm telling you, negativity would approach, negativity will take over your mind, because the world we live in will show you negativity. It will show it to you. Leave your field and not weed it. Leave your garden. Weeds take it over. You don't plant weeds. Weeds plant themselves. But guess what? Tomatoes have to be planted. How come you don't leave the garden and then tomatoes plant themselves and weed rather struggles? But no, weed plants itself. Weed plants themselves. That's why I say it must be a conscious attempt. It must be intentional. You must practice it. You don't leave it, because when you leave it, negativity is what is going to come out. So practice it. Wake up in the morning, trust in yourself. And for those of you of the Christian faith, there are a million verses in the Bible that tells you about positivity. Trust that all things will work together for your good, right? Believe that whatever you're going through, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. That things are going to turn out well for you. Trust in the process. Believe in God. Believe that He has a good plan for you. No matter the situation you find yourselves in, trust that He will do that. Do you know one of the things that ancient wisdom tells us that it becomes crucial for generating positivity? Gratitude. Be thankful for what you have now. Be thankful for what you have now. Be thankful for what you have now, regardless of what you have. Be thankful for your situation, because guess what? It could have been worse. So long as you're alive, it could have been worse, because you could have been dead. So yes, I'm alive, I'm broke, but you could have been dead. Yes, I'm alive, I have no this, but you could have been dead. So gratitude, it's a positivity amplifier. If I could put it that way, it's a positivity amplifier. It amplifies the positivity in your life. You wake up in the morning, trust that things are going to turn out well. How do you start? Be thankful. Practice what people call the regular gratitude practice. You know that one. People say, write. I think I've heard one rabbi also say, when you wake up in the morning or when you're going to sleep or something, you write 10 things that you are grateful for. And it doesn't matter if you repeat some of the things of the day before, but always be ensuring that you're putting it down. And we are told that it generates a lot of positivity in your life. So it is very important that if you want the sunshine, trust in the fact that things are going to turn out well for you. You know, there are people who always they have a fear that things are going to go bad for them. They walk out of the house, they're thinking, no, there's going to be something bad. Flip it. Walk out of your house thinking that the whole universe is conspiring to do you good. Walk out of your house believing that the whole universe wants the very best for you. And that is how you initiate positivity. And then also, managing positivity is also important that you have emotional intelligence. I cannot finish without touching on emotional intelligence. You must be emotionally smart. You should, first of all, emotional intelligence has two angles. The intrapersonal, that is inside you, the person, and then the interpersonal, which is between you and somebody else. When you are emotionally intelligent, you are able to read your own emotions. You are able to know what triggers you and what does not trigger you, and then you're able to also read other people's emotions, read beyond their actions, read their emotions. And when you do that, you are able to manage relationships better. You know what to say at the right time, not just talking anyhow. So learn, recognize, understand, and constructively, right, navigate your emotions. I woke up this morning, I'm feeling this way. No, I must be on my guard. Otherwise, anybody who crosses my path today, I might insult the person and get into trouble. So then you begin to manage yourself. It is only emotional intelligence that will help you do that, right? We don't listen. Talking of sunshine, before I wrap up, I'm not saying be perpetually smiling. I'm not saying be always hold a perpetually cheerful facade that well all is well when things are no. That's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that develop the capacity to experience and process emotions healthily. It could be a terrible day, but you are able to learn to navigate it with the emotions that came with it. No one is saying if you lose a loved one, you should go do a party. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it is important that at the time, there are times when you must acknowledge facts for what they are, and then you manage them, and then you come out of them. So yes, let's do a quick recap of all the 7. We started with the soil, where we spoke about foundation and potential. Then we spoke about moisture, emotional need, where you fulfill your emotional need. That is the moisture for the tree. Then we spoke about fertilizing, where we said added support and enrichment. Someone needs to add something to you to enrich your life. Then we spoke about pest and disease control, where we're saying that there are challenges that are going to come, that you must prepare for the challenges ahead of time. Then we spoke about pruning. What is pruning? Letting go of what no longer serves you. Letting go of what no longer serves you. Then we've spoken about pollination, which is collaboration, connection, cooperation. You need somebody to pollinate your ideas for your ideas to become richer. And then the last one we've spoken about it is sunlight. And what is the sunlight? It is energy. It is inspiration. And I hope you've taken all these 7, right? The videos are all over, our channel. You can just go there, Jerry Home, and then you find out some of these things. As always, what do we say? We've given you the wisdom. You go water it, you go prune it, and then and only then would you have a fruitful life. So thank you, and we see you in the next video.